Hey there, you're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today I am here with more of Dragon Age Origins. We're in Lothering. Let's see what the party is up to. Alrighty then. You're going to notice immediately, I would imagine, a change if you've been paying attention to Gorham, our war dog here. That you will notice that he is no longer the same color he was in the previous episode. I have downloaded a mod which will allow me to change his colors. It is by Ms. Barrows, and you'll find a link for that in my Dragon Age Origins mod list at thejessachannel.com/DAO mod list. The next thing I wanted to show you is I have downloaded a slightly more colorful map version. This version also adds a kind of canvas overlay to the map, making it look more, mappy, whatever that is. And so I really like that, and that's for all the maps in the game. It's a slightly more colorful version, and the minute I opened it up and saw it, I knew it was a keeper. So that is the mod updates. I won't be adding too many mods. I have all the mods I really need. I actually found that mod because I was looking for another mod because I discovered that unless you have poison making as a skill, over here, poison making right here, which Ilyis does not have, unless you have that for a skill, I found out that you can't even you can't use poisons at all. Like venom, for example. Weapons coated in this mild poison deal additional nature damage, etc., etc. You can't even use poisons, which I don't quite agree with. I don't understand that. I understand you not being able to make them. That makes complete sense. But I don't understand that you can't actually throw a flask of acid on someone, even if you don't have poison. So I was wondering if there was a mod out there that might take that limitation away so that Ilyis can use poisons without having to have the poison skill. In this particular party, the person who's going to have a lot of the poison skill is actually Morrigan. Under her skill tree here, she has already 3 levels in poison making. And she'll also have stealing as well too, because those are 2 things I felt kind of went in with her character. I think she would enjoy pickpocketing and stealing from the silly humans, she's human too, but the people who aren't as wise and wonderful as she is, which is basically everyone. So yeah, let me know if you know of a mod like that. I've also got some great feedback from Dragon Age Origins. One of you asked me whether Ilyis, who was raised as a dwarf, in the dwarven culture, she was the second child of King Enderin of Orzammar and House Iduken, and so she is a lady noble of House Iduken, and whether she would be recognized by the game as a dwarf or an elf, and the answer is she's recognized as a dwarf. All of the conversations for that, I've run into very few not really problems, but very few inconsistencies with her being in this storyline. No one has really given me too much of a sense of my role play of this being quite silly, which is good. I feel, that it's going to add a lot of interest to the role play, and hey, it won't be the same as what you've always been watching. Hey. So there's a point for that. We are here in Lothering, as I mentioned, and I wanted to talk to these poor people right here.
Greetings to you, milady. If it isn't too much to ask, might you be able to spare some bread?
I do feel very sorry for the elves in Ferelden, at least the ones I've run into in the past. The elves, the city elves, they really have been rather downtrodden. They're the ghetto race of Ferelden, poor guys. Anyway, what has happened to you? Why do you not have money for bread? Did you run into those bandits?
We thought it would be safer in Lothering, that the Terran would bring his soldiers here. But bandits attacked us and took everything. Our food, our clothes, my daughter's pet lamb. Nobody cares about a few elves. Can you help us?
I met those bandits. They will not be troubling you any longer. Let me put it that way.
You killed them?
That's wonderful news. Perhaps our belongings are still there.
I can't thank you enough, friend. Even if we don't get everything back, it's good to know others will be safe.
Well, I suppose that's our good deed for the day. A deed I'm happy to do, if it means taking care of foul bandits. Preying on the weak. That is not how we do things. I'm just going back here to see if there's anything to look at over here. And there isn't.
So I take it you did not enjoy your Templar training?
That's directed at me, I take it.
Do you see any others about who have failed at their religious instruction?
I didn't fail. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens.
And if you had not been recruited, what would have happened instead?
I would have turned into a drooling lunatic, slaughtered the Grand Cleric, and run through the streets of Denham in my small clothes, I guess.
Your self-awareness does you credit.
I thought you'd like that.
Morrigan and Alistair. Ah, as is tradition in all of my Let's Plays, if we run into a chicken, we must, of course, interact with it, because it's a chicken. Chicken! Hey, chicken! Hi, chicken! Can we say anything? Can we talk to the chicken? Can we walk over the chicken? Can we jump over the chicken? That was very anticlimactic. I am extremely disappointed in you, BioWare. I wanted chicken jumping. Here we go. Pile of filth and a sack. Perfect. Let's climb through a pile of filth. Because, you know, what the heck? You know, we're ladies, noble, wardens, but we're not above a pile of filth. Ooh, look, here's a person with an exclamation mark over thy head.
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps?
Traps? For what purpose do you require traps?
Old man Barlin said that darkspawn may be coming soon. He's got traps on his farm. I figured I'd put a few on my lands. Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps.
I think that's the same voice actress who voiced the very annoying priest 2 episodes ago. I believe it was. Last episode, maybe. Oh, let's see. This Barlin, you tell me, has poison traps upon his land.
Ah, he doesn't have any poison yet, thank the Maker. So his fields are just full of traps. He can be a bit eccentric.
Well, I do believe that he will be disappointed, eccentric, and dead when he finds out that darkspawn will be able to overrun him, traps or no. I'm curious if you cannot make some. Are there not any for sale? I'm looking for some myself.
None to be had. Barlin has all the traps in the village in his fields.
Well, unfortunately, neither I nor any of my party members has the ability to make traps. I'm sorry I cannot help you.
I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry.
Oh, you poor thing. That's all right. It's all good. Let's dig in a barrel for a round metal shield. And then also, there's a chest over here that's locked, but I consider that it's off. I'm not gonna open that chest because it's Elder Miriam's, or wait, actually not Elder Miriam. Whoever this woman is here, yeah, Elder Miriam. It's Elder Miriam's, and I'm not gonna just go take her belongings.
I want to go home.
Oh.
I hear those bandits are back again. Why don't the Templars kill them?
Because I have killed them.
Master Ferelden runs us miners hard. Harder still since Ostagar.
You might not want to go in. Tavern's full, and those soldiers are being a nuisance.
Soldiers. I didn't know there were any soldiers in this parts. Tell me about them.
They're not here to defend us. They were looking for someone before they started drinking. I hear they almost killed a man because they didn't like his face. I wonder if they're deserters from the King's army.
Deserters. I take it I don't like deserters at all. But why is it... Well, she knows why the tavern is full. So the tavern is full because of these soldiers.
Same reason the chantry's full, packed with people who fled their homes. The tavern keeper's letting folks sleep on the floors, but he can only fit so many. And those soldiers are getting restless.
You seem unhappy. Do you not have a place to stay for the night?
Is there any reason to be happy? With the king dead, them darkspawn will overrun Lothering before anyone can organize. You'd think those soldiers could at least run off the bandits. I hear someone gave them what they deserved. Wasn't you, was it?
In fact, it was. My blade and my companions.
It was? Hey, everyone! This is the one who drove out those thieving bastards! More will probably come, but it's good to know some justice is left here. Thank you.
You are welcome. It is my duty.
We were lucky. We had the coin to pay the toll to those bandits. Many didn't. As if we needed more fighting here. Don't you see how scared everyone is?
Okay.
So Terran Logain is the new regent? Isn't that a good thing?
I heard that he may have had something to do with the king's death.
But I thought darkspawn killed the king. That doesn't make any sense.
It's probably political nonsense. We'll be lucky if they don't burn down the entire country fighting over the throne.
Interesting gossip. Fire arrow. We could always use more of those. I think that's it over here. But let's now head on in.
Did you speak to that
Into the
knight
inn.
today? Said he was from Redcliffe.
He talked to everyone in the tavern. How are we supposed to know where the urn of sacred ashes is? Might as well ask us how to get to the moon.
He said that all the Redcliffe knights were looking for it, as if they didn't have anything better to do. I don't get it.
They have different gossip and when you walk up to them, and it helps to find out more about what's going on in the land. That's one of the reasons why she's listening in. She wants to find news.
As you wish.
Let's head on into the inn.
Well, look what we have here, men. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Logain's men. This can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about a woman by this very description, and everyone said they hadn't seen her?
It seems we were lied to.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
Yes, sister. It looks like he wants a fight. And if that is so, I am happy to oblige.
Right, let's make this quick.
Okay, let's make this quick. And by quick, I mean let's kill every single, well, soldier, maybe not thing. There's, oh, look at them cowering over here. And I love how this merchant guy over here is just like, I'm not bothering moving. Okay, let's throw down a glyph. I want to freeze these guys if I can. Actually, I want to throw that and get all of them, including this archer back here. Yes! And this is going to be friendly fire and freeze everybody in here, but what the heck? There's two of them knocked down already. I'm going to do it over here so that Gorham can continue to go at this archer. There we go. Yes! That takes Alice. Oh, well, I got everybody in the room. Including this guy under the table. Alright, and myself as well, too. Oopsie! Yeah, I think pretty much everybody's frozen. But that's alright. That's alright. It's just more fun for later. Yeah, look at us. We're all frozen to death. Except for these people in the... But the good thing is that our team, and so if you want to use that skill, that's the glyph of repulsion and then the glyph of paralysis on top of it. And those two glyphs together create a mass paralysis spell. But the good thing is that our team frees out of the paralysis earlier than the enemy does. So this is the commander. I'm going to now basically beat the crap out of him. Basically, yeah. Hey, what happened to my sword? Oh, there it is. Thank you. Sword, please.
Let's make this quick!
All right, you've won. We surrender.
Good. They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
Oh, no, we can't. No, we can't stop fighting because Ilyis loves fighting. And she has been threatened and her blade is at the ready. She doesn't think they'll take a message. She doesn't want them reporting back. That's what she would do. The Grey Wardens did not betray King Callan. King Callan. Loghain did.
I was there. The turn pulled us out of a trap.
It was not a trap. The turn left the king to die.
The Wardens led the king to his death. The turn could do nothing.
Oh, you are blind.
Please wait!
They have surrendered. They were no match for you. Let them be.
Oh, okay. Cool. I have never seen this particular outcome before. Her blade is itching to kill these guys, but let's consider a couple things. Ilyis is in a room of innocent people. You know, putting a bunch of blood all over the tavern is really not going to do anything. It's not a good location to fight anyway. And it's very obvious that these guys are scared enough. She doesn't think they're going to take a message to Loghain, plus she doesn't really want them to know. I think her thinking would be that she will let them go for now, and if she runs into them again out in the woods or the wilds, she'll kill them. So, and she doesn't think they were going to kill us. She thinks they were going to try, but she never thought they had a chance, so she wouldn't choose that one. Let's choose number 1. Start running. Right now.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help.
And who are you, anyhow? I understand you are a sister of the Chantry, but who are you?
Let me introduce myself. I am Leliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was.
I am Lady Ilyis Iduken, a noble of House Iduken and Orzammar. It's a pleasure to meet you, Sister Leliana.
Those men said you're a Grey Warden. You will be battling the darkspawn, yes? That is what Grey Wardens do. I know after what happened, you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along.
And just what help would you be to me?
The Maker told me to join you. Surely, he would not do so without good reason.
The Maker. I am unsure that I can believe such a thing. Can you elaborate?
I know that sounds absolutely insane, but it's true. I had a dream. A vision.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
Look at the people here. They are lost in their despair, and this darkness, this chaos, will spread. The Maker doesn't want this. What you do, what you are meant to do, is the Maker's work. Let me help.
Though I practice a divine sort of magic, I have come to know that I need more than prayers. I am afraid.
I can fight. I can do more than fight. As I said, I was not always a lay sister. I put aside that life when I came here. But now, if it is the Maker's will, I will take it up again. Gladly. Please let me help you.
It is true that the darkspawn is a huge problem. This blight could be the one that ends us all. But should your work not be here, these people are at the mercy of the coming darkspawn.
Then what? What happens when the Hold comes? It will follow anywhere we flee until all we know is destroyed.
I cannot refuse a blade. I saw you fighting. Obviously, you are skilled. Join me. If you can add your blade to ours and recognize myself as commander, then you may join.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance. I will not let you down.
So an interesting little fact is that, and I'm going to take Dog off because I have a mod which will allow him to stay with us.
Indeed.
And that gives us 4 companions and our little dog, which you'll see here in a minute. Uh-oh. Who are we in combat with? Oh, okay. I got excited there for a minute. It sounded like we were in combat there. I have a mod in which will add Dog up here in a minute. Probably when we do when we change locations. Is he still here with us? No, he isn't. Okay, let me go outside and see if that adds him again.
This should be easy enough.
Oh, doggy.
I've got a cousin in the Templars. He says the mages in the tower out on Lake Callanhard are all turning into demons.
They always say that, though.
Well, this time it's true. They're not sure what to do about it yet, he says.
What's to do? I thought you killed them.
Easier said than done. Mages pick a fine time to go turning into demons, I tell you.
Okay, she's already heard that news. And no, my doggy is not showing up. So I'm going to do 2 things here. I'm going to level up Leliana, which I always do off screen, so I have a little bit of time to think about what I'm going to be doing. And then I come back and let you know what I chose, and I set up her tactics as well. And I carefully work on tactics. I don't use auto tactics. I don't let the game choose for me. I read each of their skills and pick their tactics based upon how I want them to behave on the battlefield. So I'll take care of that, and I'll also figure out how to get our beautiful little doggy back, and then I will be right back with you. All right, I think we have Leliana set up here. I think we have liftoff. Leliana is a human rogue with a bard specialization. She's level 7. I have in her talent tree given her the first level of the bard tree that allows her to use Song of Valor, which is a spell which basically, not a spell, a bard talent which allows her to basically beef up the party. It's a buff for buffing up the party in all at once, and I have that set to initiate whenever she enters combat, and then she moves into being a devastating backup archer. The trick with archery for her is that she's providing support for the mainline people in the party right now. That's Alistair and Gorham, our doggy friend. And under archery here, she has a passive, which means it's on all the time, and increasing her allows her to fight without being interrupted, even when being attacked. And then she has aim, which is a sustained spell. I keep wanting to say spell, a sustained talent, and just increases her aim. But there is, it makes it so that she decreases her rate of fire. The pinning shot is really helpful. It will pin an enemy to the ground, making it difficult for them to move around, or it will slow their speed if they are able to pass a check. And basically, that means that, let's say Alistair is getting, glommed on by 3 different enemies, which happens quite a lot. She can do pinning shot, which will pin an enemy and make them unable to attack Alistair while he's taking care of the other 2. Over here, I also have her working on dual weapons. She'll have a little bit in rogue, but mostly she'll be focusing on archery and then a touch of dual weapon for when she gets stuck in melee combat. Dual weapon training is passive. That just increases some of her ability there. Dual weapon finesse is also passive as well too, and that's why I chose those two, because I wouldn't have to worry too much about trying to find a space for them in her tactical lineup. I'll show you what I mean by her tactical lineup, in her tactics. Over here is dual weapon sweep. I chose this because it allows her, if she gets glommed by a bunch of enemies, it allows her to kind of deal with all of them at once, give some mob control. Listen to me using all these big words. Anyway, all these big RPG words, what makes it sound like I know what I'm talking about. Over here, I chose Dirty Fighting, which is great, just because I felt like it was something Leliana would definitely do. It also incapacitates a target if she's getting, if she's getting stuck with someone in the corner trying to beat her down. She can whip that out. And then combat movement is also passive. I tried to find as many passive things as I could work on right now to have them working on the background, making her stronger and more efficient. And then over here on her skills, she is trap maker and trap. She'll be the person, disengaging the traps. She also is going to have the survival skill. I felt that was part of her character as well too. In the vanilla game without mods, she comes with stealing, I believe, and traps. Maybe poison making too, I'm not sure. But anyway, with the mod I'm using, it allows me to choose all of the skills as I want them to be based upon how I think they should be. And as usual, I choose things based upon the character. I'm not really focused on trying to beat the game necessarily. I'm focused more on doing what the character would do. That's all I ever think about when I'm role-playing. What would the character do? I feel like she would have kind of that sense that someone's watching her coming from the alleys of being in the city and having eyes behind her, in her head, back of her head, So I chose survival for that. She also has some combat training and some combat tactics, which I always balance out some of that, making them better in combat and giving me another tactics to work with. I haven't touched her inventory yet. I'll get her something nice when we have some opportunity to go shopping. And then over here on her tactics. So I'm getting better, I hope, we're going to see when I get into some combat. With tactics for this, I always have the first one set up to be something that she can activate, a skill that she activates to make combat easier for herself or her allies. In this case, that's Song of Valor. That's what I said makes all of the party a little bit better. It's a bard skill. And then moving over to Alistair. Alistair is a frontline fighter, so if he is surrounded by at least 2 enemies, she will cast a pinning shot. She will do a pinning shot to keep one of those enemies from attacking Alistair while he's working on the other 2. And then she goes back and activates aim to make her aim a little bit better. And then she does a pinning shot, the same thing for Gorham over here. And we're going to see how this works. I hope this gives enough time for these to activate. We'll just have to see how it works out. And then if she gets attacked by a melee attack, she will go into dirty fighting mode. And then the rest of her skills I will set up on the bar. And also, I forgot I need to find out what's going on with dogs, so let me handle that, and then I will be right back with you. All right, have our dog companion with us now. And each companion's quick bar is set up properly as the way I want it to be.
What now?
Don't be testy. So yeah, everybody's with us now. Gorham is with us, and everything should be set up to go. I think we need to go back in here into Dane's Refuge because there's a merchant in here. Okay. Here we are with our party. I also need to get Leliana another weapon so she can start to work on her dual wielding. Here is Barlin.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
That bleeding runt by the chantry. If you're out of food... I don't know who he's talking about. Do you know who he's talking about? I wonder if he's talking about the other merchant. But anyway, you are out of food? So I take it that you have none for sale for all of these hungry mouths?
A whole mess of refugees come in and leave near every night. All have hungry bellies, sad tales, and mementos for barter. I sold that bleeding merchant outside about half my larder 2 weeks back, and now he's charging outrageous sums for all my food.
That bleeding runt. Well, do not worry about that merchant. He was charging overmuch to those in great need. I took care of it.
You did? Well, I don't know what to say to that. Thanks.
You are welcome. Now, please show me what wares you have, good merchantman. All right. Lot of different things here. Let me just go through them. All right. I mostly concentrated on buying things, like I got some more flasks because I was running out of those, and concentrating on things that allow us to make health poultices and injury kits, lyrium, all that kind of stuff. Mostly focused let's try that again. Mostly focused on getting those sorts of things. And now I'm going to go into herbalism here. I have some elf root, lesser lyrium, and Mabari crunch to make. And I'm all out of elf root, so I'll make some more Mabari crunch later. Mabari crunch actually helps to heal your hound of injuries and in battle, so it's very handy. And whatever I add automatically comes down here to the activity bar down here, to the quick bar, I should say. And so I can see that I have more health potions, lesser health poultices than I did before. And this game is actually a difficult game, so it's one that you don't want to be running out. And so I'm always stocking up on lyrium and health poultices because I'll need them later on.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
Do you know of any well-paying work in Lothering? I'm looking for news.
Check the chanter's board by the chantry. There's good jobs there. I don't suppose you know anything about poison?
Ah, so you are the farmer that is putting traps out in his land. I have dabbled in such matters. Well, I have not, but my party member has.
I figured if I kept asking, I'd find someone. I'd pay good coin for some simple poison. Something to slow them beasties down or make them think twice.
Well, where might I get ingredients beyond your good stock?
Well, there's herbs in the North Wood. As for other stuff, look around town. Some refugees just left things behind to travel faster. I don't really know what you need, though. I might have some in stock, too.
All right. That brings us a new quest, and that's what I was wanting to do, to get that off of get that quest marker off. And then let's look over here. This is a Blackstone
As I live
liaison.
And breathe. You're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about.
Yes. Well, is there something I can do for you?
I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more.
And why would I assist a band of mercenaries?
The Blackstone Irregulars fought alongside the King's army against Orlais. We've helped nobles defend their land and given our service to people in need for generations. Our current captain, Raelnor, is an honorable man who sees that we can do some good in Ferelden once more. He is so confident in our mission that he trusted the Grey Wardens would support us.
Well, it sounds like you are doing good work. Let me know how I can be of service.
Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens.
As well they should. I will take a look.
Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
Yay, a new letter from the Blackstone Irregulars. I think. Codex. Notes. Maybe? Nope. Quest related? Maybe? Ah, here we go. Written in a careful strip. A careful strip. Oh, God. I could edit that out, but I'm not going to. Let's try that again. A letter written in a careful script addressed to you. To the inimitable, ooh, I like that, Grave Warden. Your deeds have spread since the tragedy of Ostagar, and I find myself in need of one such as you. I am Raelnor, captain of the venerable Blackstone Irregulars, and I hope to win your trust. The Irregulars have come on hard times since the war with Orlais, but I have fought to improve their reputation. Gone are the days of my father's shady deals with unscrupulous nobles in Denerim. No, I have trained a guild filled with honorable men ready to fight for Ferelden, and I'm proud to say that I have seen your own Grey Wardens as a sort of model. We're not perfect. My own son advocates a move back to the more lucrative way my father ran the guild, but we are steadfast. It is in this context that I ask for your help, and I promise we will reward you accordingly. Should you be willing, please find letters in this box and others like it all over the land and carry out the request therein. For this matter, consider requests from my son as if they came from myself. And to thank you again from the bottom of my heart, whether you choose to assist us or not, you are doing the Maker's work, Warden, and I am honored to work with you. This letter is marked by the seal of the Blackstone Irregulars. Okay.
On it.
Blackstone Irregular box. Scraping the barrel. There are a number of people who pledged to aid the Blackstone Irregulars in times of need. Those times are now. 3 letters of conscription. All right. Somebody in Redcliffe, somebody in Lothering, and somebody in Denerim. Accept that. Dereliction of duty. The regulars require a trusted agent to track down and deal with deserters. I'll tell you, if there's one thing Ilyis cannot stand, it's deserters. Being a commander, a military commander, she feels like deserters basically deserve to hang at the longest yard arm. So, she will definitely take that on. Accept. Okay, that gives us 2 new quests, and boy do I love quests to do. We will be doing as many quests as I can possibly lay my hands on. So, let's see, is there anything else up here?
I just play what the innkeep asks. We need his coin to travel north.
Please, I must continue playing, else I earn no coin tonight.
As if we needed more fighting here. Don't you see how scared everyone is?
Watch out, Gordon.
I am trying to listen to the bard's song. Can we speak once they finish?
I wonder if they're doing some sort of, like, either talking to each other or praying in the corner. I don't know what they're doing. Let's talk to the barkeep.
You're gonna make more trouble? We've about all we can stand in Lothering now.
I love how her dog comes almost up to her shoulders. I assure you, I am not here to make trouble. I am here for news. It does seem as if trouble tends to find me as well, though.
Well, those boys were trouble themselves, to tell the truth. Right then, name's Denal. Sorry I can't chat much. As you see, we've a full house.
I need news. Have you heard any rumors?
Some folks aren't happy about Tyrn Logain being named Regent. There are rumors he had something to do with the king's death. Isn't that the most ridiculous thing you ever heard? The darkspawn killed him, sure enough. If Tyrn Logain couldn't save the king from that end, then nobody could. Anything else I can get you?
Have you heard anything more?
There's not just darkspawn in the Horde, you know that? There are people with them. Folks who are sick with the blight, and their minds are all twisted and mad. I heard tell of a man meeting his own brother on the field, yet when he called out to him, His brother didn't even recognize him and just attacked. Anything else I can get you?
Do you know anything more about those men that I fought?
When Tien Logain marched by, he left those fellas behind to look for Grey Wardens. I suppose that's you.
Well, you know, I don't think she's going to be the type of character who's going to hide the fact that she's a Grey Warden. She's just not the hiding type. So she's going to proudly state it, whether Tien Logain's looking for her or not. As far as she's concerned, it's basically bring it on. It is me. I am a Grey Warden, yes.
I have no qualm with you, whatever the Tien says. My grandfather served. Your secret's safe with me. What can I get you then?
I don't suppose you have any other news to share?
Look around.
Oh,
People are sleeping on the floors and in the attic. That's how many rooms I don't have.
Meant to click this one.
I hear that Tien Logain, the regent, is calling for new levies of troops. He wants to rebuild the army we lost at Astagar. Thing is, there's not a lot of spare men to be found. Out of Dragon's Peak, there's press gangs roaming around, grabbing any free man they can lay their hands on. Anything else I can get you?
Yes. One last piece of news, good ends keep, and I will be on my way.
I hear news from Dinnerham that Tien Logain has been declared the new regent. It makes sense, his daughter being the queen. Anything else I can get you?
No, I will be going now. Thank you for your kindness and support of the Grey Wardens.
Luck speed your way.
Okay. Oh, wait. There's a little bit. There's this room. Do not want to forget this room. I think there's something I can find in here. Yep, there's a chest.
Let's get started.
Let's just say, oh good, a longbow. Let's just say that these are things that he offered us. And that we're not just robbing him blind. Right in front of his staff.
I'll have no fighting in my kitchen. Out with you.
I'm scared. When are we going home?
Well, I'm glad to see that you found work.
This should be easy enough.
Deep mushroom added. So in my imagination, this is the boy who had asked us where his mother was, and he found some work, and some food to eat. So good.
Right.
Did you see the new recruiters out?
I'd keep your voice down if I were you. They're pressing anyone who can hold a sword into service.
The Terran wants a new army, but is it to fight them darkspawn or those nobles shouting against them?
I've no idea, but I'm sure not about to raise my hand if you catch my meaning. Not after what happened down south.
Alrighty then. Let's head out towards the North Woods. And we will end this episode here with our companion Gorham with us. We have a new companion, Leliana, now Morrigan, and also Alistair. Let's save this. Lothering. And then head out to the main menu. So that I might say, I'm so glad that you were able to join me today. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below. And if you loved what you saw, join the party and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. I am reading all the comments. Sometimes I don't have time and energy to respond, but I'm reading and taking them in and responding to them while I'm recording and that sort of thing. So keep them coming. I am always listening to you, and I appreciate them very much. I'll see you back here in Lothering in the next episode as we continue on to find what adventure lies ahead of us on the path as the new self-appointed commander of the Grey Wardens. You gotta give Ilyis credit. She's got a lot of spunk. As always, thank you so much for watching. Get every new Jessa Channel video right in your email inbox. Subscribe, then, from your YouTube homepage, click Manage Subscriptions, then check Email with new uploads. And thanks for watching.